Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Anil, Sakina, and Aarti from India. We all are Rotarians. And what we do as a Rotarian, as we work where negativity comes in the society. Many times,
And Charlotte.
now,
Hello.
now we are working with one negativity in the society, and that is we are marked with pink or blue color when we are coming in the world. And we grow in those roles. Many times it happens like those roles are becoming negative for each other. And pink color is suffering in the world, more or less. Now here it is, Rotary's Global Grant Program comes and help us to take out this negativity or help to this negativity to become positive. This one is empower child with the education program. These girls which we are helping through this global grant is not only girl, but they are depicted by the nature and they can't see the world we can see. But they try to overcome with this, with help which they get from the society. And there our role as a Rotarian comes very big. And these girls are from financial deficits part of the community as well. So they come from various small villages to the school and try to establish in the school through education, and life becomes better for them. Sakina Bedi is principal for this school. She herself is suffering with the visual
Impairment.
Yeah. And she, decade before she got educated herself, she is a double graduate. She is graduate and master's in social work, and she is working with National Foundation for Blind. Her role in this education is dominating in many parts, and one of them is blind's education with the new technology that is computer and other help articles. In
Voice.
can't hear, but she started working 1999. Some of us are already saw and met her and saw the Jagruti school as well. And today she will explain more about it, how she developed the Jagruti and where she got the help from this global grant. Anil is telling us more about the global grant, which we are a partner with 6 other clubs world around, and how he worked out through this grant. And I congratulate them and thank them who work out with this grant, with our club and other 6 clubs. This is not first global grant which we did it. When global grant was launched in the world from International Rotary, that was first club, which was our club. And Pune Central did the global grant with distance education program. And that also was big help in this distance education. So Anil is Rotarian from 1980 almost, and he did many things, many projects with and without Rotary in the society. And he will tell us more about the global grants and this particular global grant. Can you hear me, Anil?
Yes, we can hear you.
So now you can take over because Sakina is not yet here in Aarti.
Sakina ma'am is there in the meeting. She is mute. Ma'am, can you unmute yourself, please?
Hello, Aarti. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
How is about Sakina?
Sakina ma'am is also there. She's mute. Let me just ask her to unmute herself.
Hear her, no? Anil, you can start because time is very short.
Okay. Good morning, friends. Good morning, friends at Rotary Club of Gothenburg City. Our greetings from Rotary Club Pune Central, District 3131. And we have a great pleasure to have an association with your esteemed club since the last maybe 15 to 20 years because of the efforts of one of the senior member, late Hans Brusner and Prabha. I will just give you some little idea about our club. We started in 1984. The club was chartered in 1984. And we are one of the largest club in our district with about 130 members. And many of them are even the females, the lady Rotary members. And few of them have even led our club as club presidents in the last 30, 40 years of time. Our main focus has been, besides the general avenues specified by Rotary International, youth in terms of education, their well-being, career development, then medical projects, non-medical projects, which include a lot of community service where we undertake right from the beginning in a very well laid down manner of finding out the needs of the community and then making a project out of that and see that these needs in terms of water, hygiene, literacy, even education, medical are offered to them. They are being empowered by themselves and see the impact and then make them sustainable. Now, we have, as on date, if you ask me, since in the last 30 years, since matching grant was converted into global grants, we have done close to 35 global grants, which are starting from $50,000 to as big as $300,000. And these have been prominently in the areas of developing various facilities at the schools, mainly in the rural areas, medical facilities. And during the COVID, our club was the largest club who was successful in providing the medical services support to the hospitals and the community as well. Unfortunately, today our past president, Rotarian Ravi Kapoor, he is not being able to participate because he is traveling, and the place where he is traveling, he has difficulty in the Wi-Fi connectivity. He is one of our senior Rotarian who has led our club a couple of years before, and now he enjoys the responsibility. He performs the responsibility even at district level as a director in global grants and CSR. As you must be aware, Indian government has made it compulsory for the corporates to spend some percentage of their profits towards corporate social responsibility. So most of these corporates, they are happy to work with Rotary, and in particular club like Rotary Pune Central, because of our performance for the last couple of years, where they see that even the projects of $200,000 are effectively, efficiently implemented by our club. Now, coming to this present global grant, which we are very much honored by your club to be one of the international partner. For some reasons, this global grant has taken a couple of years, I would say more than 4 or 5 years, because of the requirement change, the entrance of or the participation of different clubs from different countries. And you must be aware that we have about 5 countries from where the Rotary clubs have participated in this. In between, some Indian government's laws regarding the foreign exchange remittances to India changed. So we had to wait and then submit this grant. The grant is focused mainly towards the benefits, and the beneficiaries are from Jagruti Blind School Girls School, where these 110 girls are studying. Our club started an Interact club in this school, which happens to be the first Interact club of blind girls recognized by the Rotary International. Our purpose was starting Interact club in the specially able student school was they were not very much cared, rather neglected community of our society. So in addition to working in the normal schools, we took lead in working with schools like these blind girls or hearing impaired students schools from different parts of in Pune. This global grant focuses on providing various technological infrastructure in terms of smart cane, mobiles, tablets, which have become a need because of this COVID. And now that throughout the world and more specifically in India, a hybrid model of the education, both offline and online, is going to be continued as per the government policy, even after the post-COVID also. So we want these blind girls to be exposed and trained in the technological new development means to see that they take advantage of these technological developments, even if they for their own particular disability. So besides smart cane, tablets, computers, providing them skill developments like language lab and a good amount of well-structured training program for both teachers and students, which will give them a lot of opportunities in their higher education, make them self-sufficient, develop their career, and live a life with dignity. So this global grant now has been approved, and as I understand, your Gothenburg City Rotary has also transferred their contribution in the account of the global grant. If any other question related to global grant or information is there, I would be happy to answer or clarify on that. One more point, we have been lucky to have a lot of members from your club, like Anne Charlotte, Kay, and many others who have visited Pune when Prabha and Hans used to stay in Pune during November to March. Most of them have made it a point that they visit the school, interact with the students, and that has been one of the important part of their visit to India. So, any particular questions or additions are there, I'll be happy to speak on that before Sakina takes over and explains about the journey of Rotary with the school since 2004. Yes, Prabha. Anything?
Interesting. People are saying that these are 4 or 5 countries who are who are holding hands in this global grant. Sometimes we can see them in person, and we can come to India and have a look at the project again.
Yeah, Prabha, if you recollect, it so happened during 2015 or 16, at one point we had visitors from some visitors from Sweden, Rotary visitors from UK, Germany, and Rotary Club Bahrain. Few members were already in touch with our other members. So everybody visited the school and they showed their interest to do something for the school. That is how this club, where you see around 8 Rotary clubs are participating from different countries.
Sakina can start her presentation.
Yes, Sakina.
Good morning, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, Sakina.
Okay, I'm sorry, there was some technical glitch, and I was not being allowed to make myself unmute or start my video. Therefore, I had to leave the meeting and rejoin again. Thank you so much, Rotary Club of Gothenburg City, Prabhatai and Charlotte ma'am, and all other members who are present in this meeting to allow us to express our views about both about the global grant and the Rotary movement with respect to the NFBM Jagriti School for Blind Girls. Prabhatai and Anil sir have done an introduction of the project with all of you, but I'll just give you a 1-minute brief, nevertheless, about our school. So, this school is run by an organization called National Federation of the Blind Maharashtra, which is a state level NGO run in the state of Maharashtra in India. Actually, it is a self help group of the visually impaired, which works with the visually impaired with a common goal of achieving welfare and financial independence of the community. That is where we all are, working for. And the idea of starting NFBM Jagriti School for Blind Girls in the year 1989 was to empower women, especially girl children, and when they grow up and become women as adults, because they say empowering a girl child is like empowering a family. So that is where we started in 1989. Our journey with the Rotary International, coupled with several clubs, actually began in the year 2001, where the first donation was received by us of 2 braille printers from Rotary Club of Nigri, Pune. The second global grant, which was done, first global grant, which was done for our organization, was by the Rotary Club of Pune Airport, Pune, in collaboration with the Rotary Club of Manama, Bahrain, where we were the first institution, thanks to the Rotary movement, ever to have a fully equipped, accessible computer lab in our school in the year 2003. And from the year 2002, actually, I have been associated with Mr. Anil Bora. And as soon as he joined Rotary Club of Pune, Central Pune, he started motivating me to set up what is known as the Jagriti Interact Club, which is the world's first Interact Club comprising of visually handicapped girl children. So 2004, we actually did one more global grant with Rotary Club of Pune Central and a couple of other clubs, wherein we received a couple of reading machines. So in those days, you used to get these huge standalone reading devices, which would give you an audio input for any book that you scanned. But the limitation was that it was only for printed books. Nothing handwritten would be read, and only in English. So this was a public reading facility which we set up at our school. And then from the year 2005 onwards, we have continuously been working with Rotary Club of Pune Central Pune. We started the world's first Interact Club in the year 2005, after which we were the first institution in the state of Maharashtra to actually a special school which started conducting what are known as summer camps for the overall personality development of our students. From the year 2007 onwards, we have been doing these summer camps to the extent that we even did a summer camp this year online because of the support we have received from Rotary Club of Pune Central Pune in terms of mobile phones and a couple of tablets, which we received from some other organizations and included our students online. So right from the beginning, if you are listening to my presentation, my complete mention and focus here is on providing accessible solutions, technological solutions to the visually impaired girl children who are studying in this institution. And this has all been possible because of the support given to us by Rotary International through their various clubs in the city of Pune. And the largest club which has given us the greatest of support has been Pune Central Pune so far. We have also been able to set up a language lab with the support from Pune Central, and we want to expand that language lab further with the help of this global grant. We want to provide a huge number of IT solutions like Alexa to our students. We want to give them Echo devices. We want to give them smart canes. We want to give them laptops and train them on how to use laptops. And this is all going to be possible only because of the involvement of Rotary Club of Pune Central Pune and all your clubs who have made this global grant happen. And definitely, we are all very, very grateful to all of you for your support and constant encouragement to our mission of making our students financially independent and productive citizens of this nation. I would like to end my small, talk by stating this one fact that when we were set up in the year 1989, our goal was to make these students financially independent, productive citizens of this nation. From the year 1998, this institution has been churning out students from standard 10th grade. We have so far had 325 girls pass out of our institution. We have always secured a 100% result in our standard 10th examinations. We have 65 students who are gainfully employed in various sectors, working and fending for themselves today. Out of them, several girls are working in banking industry, insurance industry, software companies, teachers of special schools, and also we have 2 students who have cleared one of the most toughest exams which is given for securing jobs in the state government, which is known as MPSC exam in India. This exam, 2 of our students have cracked. One of them is working at an officer level and one is working at a clerical level. We have one student who is aspiring to become a chartered accountant. She has cleared her first foundation level exam in the first attempt and she's trying for her intermediate now. We have 3 students who are preparing now very seriously for Union Public Service Commission exams, which means that if they clear them, they will become Indian Administrative Services officers, IAS officers, working with the central government of India. Hopefully, we are helping them to clear these exams. And there are 10 others who are preparing for MPSC exams. So what I would say is, this is a result of the Interact movement. the impact of the Interact movement and the support provided by all of you. Having said that, I will, I think, end my short deliberation here. If any of you have any questions for me, please feel free to ask.
Thank you very much, Sakina, for an interesting performance here. You took you talk very good English, but I have very difficult to understand what Arti is saying.
I'm so sorry.
It is special accent here, but you took very good, and it was interesting that you have pupils that come to work with other people in normal jobs. So thank you, Sakina, and I give the further for any questions.
May I say something? Sakina and Anil, this is Anne-Charlotte, who has visited you a couple of times, and it has been so interesting. And we'll talk about what successful you have been with all the girls who has passed. I remember when we visited you the first time, we went to the old school, and there was just a few girls. And after some years, we returned to India and Pune and visited a new school. It's a tremendous school and what has happened. And now when you told us about all the girls who has passed the examination and it has been successful to have their own profits and survive, which they couldn't have done so well if they hadn't been attended to this school. So I'm so happy that we in this our Rotary City Club in Gothenburg at last had come to a global grant and successfully can subsidiary you with the work you do in the school. And thank you so much for attending this meeting also from me from Mallorca in Spain.
Thank you, and thank you very much for your blessings.
If anyone wants to ask any questions to me, I will be happy to answer. I wish I knew at least a little bit of Swedish. So now what I'm going to do is when Prabhatai comes to India, I'll make a special effort to learn the language.
You sure will learn the language.
I can start the presentation PPT so they can know little better and more about.
Actually, I think you can probably share the photographs of the school with everyone. So that's my colleague Aarti Takavne, who is a school counselor at our school and also a project coordinator for the skill development center, which we run for the students who pass their 10th grade and go to colleges. So she will probably be able to share a little more insight on the institution's activities and work. She'll be able to show you the photograph so that you know how the school looks like, those of you who have not visited us.
Okay, I have a question here.
Yeah.
Yes. No, first of all, I would like to congratulate you to actually your achievements. It's really fantastic, I must say. Very good, and good luck for the future. And then thinking about the future, what will be the next step for you now? Can we sort of create a new global grant since we now know how to get it through, or?
The future vision, I'm sorry. If you're asking me what is the future plan or next step for the growth of this institution, we have just taken baby steps in starting a skill development center at our institution. So we would like to expand the facilities of this center to students of other schools as well, which we are doing now also. We are building a state-of-the-art hostel for the benefit of visually impaired students. So we will increase the number of visually impaired students from current 110 to hopefully 325 if whenever we are successful in completing this hostel building. And this will also include students who come to us from the right in the first standard will go back from this institution as financially independent citizens of this nation. So currently, sir, we provide accommodation to these girls only till standard 10. But now, after this entire campus, the new campus is ready and we complete the hostel building, we will be able to provide accommodation to these students right from standard first till college graduation, and till the day that they become financially independent and are able to take care of themselves. That is a future plan of this institution. And also, there is one more very interesting vision that our new managing committee is foreseeing, which we may implement if we can in the future, is we would like to convert this institution into a school which is an inclusive school. Inclusive school, by that, what we mean is we would like to include the children of parents who are visually impaired and are not able to afford education for their children, sighted children. We will have a school which will be a combination of blind and sighted children, where both the groups are able to interact with each other and be sensitized to each other's needs. And that will really help the social development of these children. But that is a far-fetched vision. Maybe in the next 5 to 10 years, we may be able to implement that. So these are the two goals with which we are looking forward to the growth of this institution.
Good. It sounds fantastic. Good luck with the planning.
Thank you so much.
Some more questions?
Is Aarti coming with the photographs?
Yes, we can.
Yes, good morning, everyone. My name is Aarti. Those who have not visited our institute, I would like to show you some pictures so you get a clear idea about the activities we are doing at the school.
You are not on the video.
Yeah, my video is off, but because I'm going to share the presentation.
Okay. You want to share the screen?
Yes. Okay, so this is the batch of students who passed their class 10th last year. Sorry. This is our current hostel building, and new hostel building is under construction. We hope to complete the construction by the end of 2022. So school and hostel building will be together in the same campus. Yeah. So in this slide, we are looking at our computer lab. We have two full-fledged, fully operational computer labs, one at school and the other one at hostel. Then we also provide girls with Braille books. They study with the help of Braille books. This is the new school building that we are talking about. It is the state-of-the-art school building where the school is designed, the infrastructure is designed keeping specially these children in mind. So there are no sharp edges, so the students don't hurt themselves. Everything possible we have made tactile so the students can touch and feel and understand where they are. Sakina ma'am just talked about Interact clubs. So although the school is not open offline, we have our Interact club meetings and all activities online. In Interact Club right now, we are making dictionaries for English idioms. We are making country-wise information so children can listen to the information and learn more about each country. Summer camp, which has been a tradition of our school. This time also we conducted summer camp online, and some very important life skill workshops were conducted in this summer camp. For example, home management, also presentation skills, voice modulations, because that could be one potential career opportunities for these girls, grooming and personality development, and also using the gadgets. There are a lot of accessibility tools available on Play Store and otherwise. So the girls were oriented and trained in using these in these applications. These are some pictures from online summer camp. So we got a very good response. On an average day, summer camp was spread over on 3 weekends. So the normal activities, weekday activities of the girls were not hampered. So on an average, there used to be around 60 to 70 girls present. So we had guest speakers, we had social entrepreneurs, grooming experts, presentation skills expert, so that girls' personalities are sharpened and they should be able to use all these skills as they are growing up. Also, with the help of Rotary Club Pune Central, we started German language training classes last year. First batch we started in January, and I'm very happy to announce that this year, this batch is going to take their first certification exam, that is A1 certification exam. These girls definitely have a flair over languages. So when it comes to career opportunities, we are considering foreign language as one of the career opportunities where they can be translators or tutors or even interpreters. So German was just an experiment and it turned out to be successful. Last week on 2nd of October, we started second batch of German. And we also have plans to start Spanish classes or maybe French classes. Also, Jagruti School is the first school in India or perhaps in the world to play blind table tennis. Now, of course, this activity is halted because schools are not open offline. We did a workshop where we shortlisted around 30 girls who could play table tennis. Initially, we had to orient them because of lack of eyesight. They did not know what table tennis was. They did not know what the racket looked like or the ball looked like. So, in this short workshop, we oriented the girls to the game and how to play the games. At the end of the workshop, we selected around 10 girls and who were undergoing regular training. We also won a tournament that was held, and that was our achievement. Now we are eager to start this training again as soon as the school reopens. This initiative was also greatly supported by RCPC, Rotary Club of Pune Central Pune. Without their help, we wouldn't have been able to take this. Okay, so these are some extraordinary activities that we have been doing at the school. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Arsi.
Thank you very much, Arti and Sakina and Anil for your enjoying meeting here in Gothenburg. So we wish you happy and the best in the future. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. And before I log off, a very kind invitation to all our dear members from Gothenburg City Rotary to visit India in the near future whenever the COVID gets settled down and we have a comfort of international travel. We'll be greatly privileged and look forward to that moment. Thank you very much for all your encouragement and blessings.
Yes, and we would definitely look forward to all of you visiting our institution when everything normalizes.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you,
Bye-bye.
everybody. Bye-bye. Good day.
Thank you so much.